to the members of the Insurance and Real Estate Committee. This is mainly dedicated towards those of you who support this bill. I oppose. My name is William Hillman from Bethel, Connecticut. And as we learn more about the Lanza case, information leaked at a recent police conference, it's clear that a determined and highly intelligent madman could have chosen any of a number of means to wreak havoc. And according to a Mike Lupica story in the New York Daily News, this was the work of a video gamer. He believed that he picked an elementary school because he felt it was the point of least resistance, a gun-free zone, where he could rack up the greatest number of kills. At least that's what the Connecticut police believe. Bills such as 6656 do not address the unique, rare, and singular issues posed in the Lanza case. In fact, this bill is mostly being debated in a vacuum relative to the reason and root cause why we are really here. In an email I'd sent earlier, I gave several reasons why I think 6656 should not move forward at all. You are legislating without the essential facts, but in terms of the matter of mandated insurance, consider the very few insurable perils. First, please stop the analogy to cars. Chances of an incurred liability through the common use of a vehicle have nothing to do with the nature of firearms. The comparison is a logical fallacy, a red herring argument. Driving is a privilege. Bearing arms is a right. Acts of war, criminal acts, they're all uninsurable perils. No insurance policy covers criminal activity. Acts of war. Personal liability under the best circumstances is very limited in scope. And many firearm owners already have coverage under homeowner or umbrella liability policies. To create a mandate under the threat of criminal prosecution makes little to no sense. So what are the circumstances where a firearm, a lawful use, could cause damage? Well, there could be accidents due to lawful discharge of a firearm on a range, indoor or outdoor hunting, negligent discharge, or self-defense. But let's take a look at self-defense for a moment, if I can wrap up. You have a simple solution to the self-defense insurance issue. Pass a law that prohibits perpetrators of crimes from suing their victims. It's simple. If someone has to shoot someone in self-defense, there's no liability if there's no one having the right to sue them. So I strongly urge you to redirect some of your efforts and read the rest of my testimony at your leisure. But that is really the key to the self-defense insurance thing. Don't give someone who perpetrates a crime the right to sue their victims. It's as simple as that. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions? No. There still would be, actually I don't know this part of the law, but I would imagine there still would be defense costs and expenses on behalf of a homeowner in the event.
Most homeowner policies will often cover the legal defense. They won't cover any awards that might be given. But of course, if there's no one suing, presumably one might need to get a criminal defense up to the point where the courts judge this truly is a case of self-defense. I mean, that is part of the risk. Anyone who uses a weapon in self-defense has to understand that they don't just go fire the weapon and walk happily away. It's a life-changing event, and everyone who's gotten a permit and has considered what are the consequences of not being a victim understands that.
Right.
But again, you know, you're talking about a law that mandates coverage with the threat of it being a misdemeanor if you don't have coverage. People who own tens of thousands of dollars of investments in firearms, they are very likely to already have theft coverage. They are very likely to have various kinds of coverages. But the key here is this mandate. No third party, an insurer, should have sway over my right under either the federal or the state constitution as to my suitability to keep and bear arms. It's really fairly clear.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you for your testimony.